We begin with a ruthless businessman called Koda on his private jet. He hears a thump at the back engine, and it turns out his plane has been shot at, but this doesn't shock him as this isn't his first time in an assassination attempt. His pilot ends up blaming him for making him fly through such a risky environment, but he fires him and ejects him out of the plane. The plane crash lands in a cornfield and everyone thinks that Koda is dead, but shockingly he isn't, and that makes the news. We later see a group of business conglomerates gathered together to devise means of taking the monopolist Koda out of business. Koda later invites his only daughter, a nun, Sister Liesel, to his mansion and tells her that she is his heir. She is confused as to why yet he has 9 sons, and he tells her she is the most capable. She first hesitates, so he decides to first walk her through his ingenious scheme, the Phoenician Scheme, which is set to make him the richest man in the world. She is impressed. Koda gets a new assistant since the last one died in the plane crash, and he dines with him and his daughter. In the next few days, Sister Liesel studies more of her dad's business while also spending time with her brothers. One day, as Koda is having a shower, he realizes that the prices of his competitors' goods have risen, and he is convinced it's sabotage. He gets his daughter on the next flight with him, ready to execute his scheme as he collects money from all his business associates. He meets up with the Arabian prince, who saves him from yet another assassination. They head on to meet his other 2 business partners in a mineshaft. The moment they arrive, they express they desire to back out of this scheme. He places a bet that he can beat them at basketball, well knowing that his partners wear pros. They shudder him, and as a last desperate move, he suggests a new bet. He bets that if the Arabian prince, who has never played any basketball ball, makes an impossible shot, these 2 partners have to stay in the scheme, but if he loses, he gives them all his net worth. Luckily, the prince makes the shot. The next partner is in Paris and invites them to his club. He also wants out of the scheme, but before Koda gets a chance to argue, the club is attacked. Koda ends up taking a bullet for his partner, and this is enough to convince him to stay in business with Koda. The third partner is a marine captain, but Koda faints shortly after reaching his ship due to blood loss. He later regains consciousness as the captain offers a blood transfusion to him, but he wants out of the scheme. Having failed to convince him, Koda pulls out a hand grenade and threatens to blast all of them up if he doesn't stay in business with him, and his partner reluctantly accept. The fourth partner is his cousin Hilda, and he comes with a marriage proposal to her which she gladly accepts, but she refuses to fund. Koda's pilot gets shot by a jet and their plane crash lands. They get to find out that his new secretary was a spy of the conglomerates trying to take him down, but he admits having a change of heart as he has fallen for the nun. They are later rescued by the rebels who attack the bar in Paris, and Koda ends up hiring team to protect him. The mother superior of the convent dismisses Liesel as she thinks she is better off by her dad's side running his business. Koda prepares for his last business partner, Nubar, who is his own brother. Nubar refused to finance anything suggested by Koda, and he reveals that Liesel isn't her daughter as he and other men slept with her mother. Koda either way decides to adopt her. With Nubar refusing, he decides to find the whole project with all his net worth, but Nubar later interrupts his speech and calls him to the sides. Nubar confesses that he is the one who has been trying to kill him all along. Nubar then throws a poison canister to Koda, but Koda manages to catch it and throw it back. Having used up all his money to finance the project, he is left broke and starts running a restaurant with his daughter while his partners became rich. The end? Want to download or watch this movie and so much more? Check out Ciaflix Movies in pinned comment and video description.